Welcome to Football Scientific. I'm Aaron Sauter, professor of football analysis for Football Scientific. I'm here today to discuss the NFL Week 11 outcomes. I wrote an article earlier today on footballanalysis1.com. I just published it a couple minutes ago about one critical stat for each team in the NFL and what direction they're going for the season and stuff. I'm going to follow it up tomorrow with some power rankings of the NFL, all 32 teams being power ranked. But today we're going to go through our reviews of the Week 11 games in the NFL. And we'll also discuss the AFC and NFC power rankings and some transactions and stuff that may affect the very near future Thursday night's games. I made there. Okay, all along the way, IFL also made a quick statement about their organization of their front office, which looks good for future growth here. And then pretty much that's what we're going to talk about today on Football Scientific. Remember, I write for footballanalysis1.com. Check it out. The more time people check it out, the more I get paid. That'd be great, okay? All right, CFLnewshub.com. Yesterday we went through and wrapped up the CFL season. I'm going to start looking at some TireCast stuff as we, wrap up this NFL analysis. NFL's in season, so he gets a lot of attention right now. And then the UFL is just we're kind of waiting in neutral for things to happen in the UFL as they prepare for this next chapter of the UFL exists in 2026, okay? I'm joined with my guest host, Tyler the Tiger. Tyler the Tiger here, ready to go. Ready to talk about the NFL and then break down the Week 11 games and then our power rankings. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I'm pretty excited to talk about it, Professor. What about you? Yeah, I'm pretty excited to talk about it too. I did a lot of deep analysis, really went through the books, went through the stats, cranked it all out, put that article together. So now we're going to go through what these things told us about the NFL in Week 11, okay? The playoff picture's coming more clear. We still have a long ways to go, but it's becoming more clear now. Okay, good. All right, so that's with that in mind. Here we go, NFL game reviews. So first, Thursday night game. We had a matchup with the New York Jets and New England Patriots on Thursday night. Justin Fields came out and went 15 for 26, 116 passing yards. Not that great. 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. Breece Hall for the Jets had 14 carries, 58 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And John Mechie had 3 catches, 45 yards, and a touchdown for the Jets. And the Patriots side, Drake May came out and went 25 for 34, doing 81 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception. That's a pretty solid game. Travion Henderson really led the way for the Patriots. He had 19 carries, 62 yards. That's not that much, but he scored 2 rushing touchdowns, and he caught 5 passes for 31 yards and 1 receiving touchdown. So 3 touchdowns went through Travion Henderson. That's a pretty big impact on the game, okay? Stephon Diggs had 9 catches for 105 yards and no interceptions. I'm going to keep the classes like that, okay? All right, good. Next, international game, Sunday morning. We had Patriots won that game, man, 27-14 over the Jets. We expected them to win that game, but closer than we expected a little bit, okay? International game, Madrid. We had the Washington Commanders and Miami Dolphins meeting in Spain. Okay, what was this game like? It was give and take. And then neither team wanted to give or take the game away at the end. No one wanted to win the game. So Marcus Mariota for the Commanders came out, went 20 for 30 for 213 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. That interception came in overtime, unfortunately, foreshadowing the future of that. Chris Rodriguez was the leading rusher for the Commanders. That's real bad. 15 carries, 79 yards, 0 touchdowns. Why did I say that's real bad? Because I've never heard of Chris Rodriguez. That's not a good sign. Deebo Samuel had 7 catches, 74 yards, and 1 touchdown. Okay. Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa went 16 for 30 for 171 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Devon Achane had a really big game, 21 carries, 120 rushing yards. There's fumbles, but he made a big impact. He controlled the pace of the game. And then Jalen Waddle had 3 catches, 52 yards, and no touchdowns. So what happened to the Dolphins, man? The Dolphins and the Commanders, they went back and forth. Defensive touchdowns, unable to score from the goal line. Commanders unable to hit a 56-yard field goal. Commanders threw an interception to set up the Dolphins for a field goal to win the game in overtime, and they win 16-13 in overtime. Kind of a crazy game. Not crazy in a good way. Okay, LA Chargers, Jacksonville Jaguars, man. We had the Chargers were supposed to be pretty good in this game. It didn't work out that way. Spoiler alert. Justin Herbert came out, went 10 for 18, 81 passing yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's a really disappointing offensive output by the Chargers, man, especially Justin Herbert. He's supposed to be pretty good. Running back Kamani Vidal, once again, they're down to Kamani Vidal, had 5 carries for 13 yards, nothing to write home about. Keenan Allen had 4 catches for 53 yards, 0 touchdowns. That's their leading yards man other than Justin Herbert. That's not a good sign. Spoiler alert. Jacksonville Jaguars came there at home. Trevor Lawrence had 14 completions for 22 attempts, 153 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Travis Etienne had 19 carries, 73 yards, 2 touchdowns, no fumbles. And then Tim Patterson or whatever had 3 catches for 20 yards and 1 touchdown. So basically no Travis Hunter, no offensive line for the Chargers. Their tackles are gone. Running backs are gone. These teams were stripped down, but the Jaguars won with 3 sacks against Justin Herbert. They won 35-6 in a dominant fashion there. That's pretty good. Big win for the Jaguars. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Buffalo. Buffalo Bills, man. Big game here. Shootout all the way. Baker Mayfield came out and went 16 for 20, 173 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. That 1 interception ended up being a fatal flaw. Sean Tucker for the Buccaneers, a running back who's like their 4th-string running back. You know, he came and had 19 carries for 160 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Big game. Won me a fantasy game. Sean Tucker did. Sterling Shepard had 4 catches, 54 yards, 0 touchdowns. Josh Allen lit the show on fire. He was 19 for 30 for 317 passing yards. That's huge. 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But he also had 3 rushing touchdowns. So that makes up for 2 interceptions. He has 6 touchdowns in total. James Cook had 16 carries for 48 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 fumbles. And Tyrell Shavers, he had 4 catches, 90 yards, and 1 touchdown. The fact we've never heard of Tyrell Shavers, most likely, is a bad news for Buffalo. But they won that game 44-32. Crazy shootout. Okay. All right. Chicago Bears fighting for respect in the NFC North. Play the Minnesota Vikings. Big game because if the Bears win this, they move in. Have a chance to move into first place in the NFC North, which is a huge turnaround for them under Ben Johnson here. Caleb Williams came out, went 16 for 32, 193 passing yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Not a great day. DeAndre Swift had 21 carries, 90 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 fumbles. Not a great day. Cole Kmet had 5 catches, 45 yards, 0 touchdowns. Pretty good day. Minnesota Vikings, J.J. McCarthy came out, and he went 16 for 32, threw 150 passing yards, 1 touchdown, and unfortunately 2 interceptions. And what's the difference between J.J. McCarthy and Caleb Williams' performance? 2 interceptions. Aaron Jones had 16 carries, 70 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 fumbles. Jordan Addison caught 2 passes for 20 yards and a touchdown. Those 2 interceptions ended up being a difference in this game. They both came in the first half, and the Bears win 19-17 to take sole control of the NFC North. Okay. Green Bay Packers at New York Giants. This should have been a blowout, right? Right, maybe. Jordan Love completed 13 out of 24 passes, 174 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Pretty solid game. Emmanuel Wilson ran for 11 carries for 40 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 fumbles. Now, Josh Jacobs got put out early in that game with a knee injury, but I guess it's not a season-ending knee injury. He's just going to have to get cleaned up, man. Boom. Christian Watson had 4 catches for 46 yards, 2 touchdowns. Here's an amazing stat. Green Bay Packers scored 4 touchdowns to 4 trips in the red zone. That's 100% red zone proficiency. Nice job by the Packers. New York Giants, led by quarterback Jameis Winston, went 19 for 29, passing 201 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. Tyrone Tracy had 19 carries for 88 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Fumbles, sorry. Isaiah Hodgins had 5 catches, 57 yards, 0 touchdowns. And the Giants was beat down. Both teams had 2 sacks. What happened in this game? Packers win. Their efficiency helps them win this game 27-20. The Giants had a chance at the end, but Jameis Winston threw an interception, which is what he does, man. He throws touchdowns, throws interceptions. And he did both in that game. You get what you get. Okay? All right. You get an exciting game. Houston Texans at Tennessee Titans. Should have been a blowout, right? Well, C.J. Stroud's not there, so Davis Mills came in for the Texans, went 26 for 41, 274 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. Solid game from Davis Mills. Woody Marks had, as a running back for them, 18 rushes, 44 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 fumbles. Nico Collins on his comeback had 9 catches for 92 yards and 1 touchdown. That's pretty good, 10 yards per catch, you know. That's pretty solid, man. Boom. Tennessee Titans. Cam Ward went 24 for 37, 194 passing yards, 1 touchdown, and no interceptions. Pretty solid game from Cam Ward. Tony Pollard had 10 runs for 22 yards. Not great. The leading rusher having 22 yards is not a good time. Van Jefferson had 3 catches, 22 yards, 1 touchdown. What happened in this game? Well, Tennessee Titans almost pulled it off, man, but the Texans just wouldn't turn the ball over. Had they turned it over one time, Titans would have won this game. But Texans just wouldn't beat themselves. Texans had 3 sacks. Tennessee had 4 sacks. Boom, what happened? Houston wins 16-13 to stay alive in the NFC or AFC South. Tennessee Titans are crash landing back into a #1 pick. Okay, next, Carolina Panthers at Atlanta Falcons. See who's going to be a real competitor with Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the NFC South. This was a huge game in NFC South, man. Bryce Young came out and went 31 for 45 for 4 and 48 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Huge game. That's Bryce Young's best game of his NFL career right there, okay? Rico Dowdle, 19 carries, 45 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Ted McMillan, 8 catches, 133 yards, 2 touchdowns. Huge offensive day for Carolina Panthers, man, which is not expected because the Falcons had the best defense against the pass coming into this game. Well, the Falcons, Michael Penix Jr. got hurt in the game, got knocked out with a knee injury, most likely a season-ending knee injury. He went 13 for 675 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. I mean, just we're back to that other quarterback guy that we always used to talk about. Kirk Cousins is back. B. John Robinson had 23 carries for 104 yards, 2 touchdowns, no fumbles. Pretty solid day. Drake London had 7 catches, 119 yards, 0 touchdowns. Both teams had a pretty good time, but the Panthers blew it up at 448 passing yards against the top pass defense in the NFL. And an overtime, Carolina Panthers, I got hair in my mouth, defeated the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta 30-27, and they are now a half game behind Tampa Bay for the first place in the NFC South. I mean, if you remember, Tampa Bay has run the NFC South for the last 4 years. So Carolina is a contender to knock them off, man. See if they can actually do it or not, I don't know, but they're a contender. Okay, next we got the Cincinnati Bengals at Pittsburgh Steelers. Cincinnati had a chance to sweep the Steelers for the first time in forever. Some kind of a Frozen reference there. First time in forever. Okay, Joe Flacco for the Bengals went out and went 23 for 40, 199 passing yards, 1 touchdown. Unfortunately, 1 interception for a defensive touchdown in the third quarter. Real bad. Bengals were hanging in there pretty well. 20-12 threw a touchdown to the wrong team to go down 27-12. Chase Brown had 18 carries for 99 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Not a bad day. T. Higgins had 3 catches, 63 yards, 1 touchdown. Not a bad day for the Bengals. Pittsburgh Steelers, Aaron Rodgers went 9 for 15, 116 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. He did hurt his wrist. I guess it's not season ending. Kenneth Gainwell ran the ball 9 carries for 29 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 fumbles. Not huge. Darnell Washington, 4 catches for 67 yards, 0 touchdowns. Not a huge day by anyone in this game, except for Joe Flacco throwing an interception for a touchdown, and the Pittsburgh Steelers recovering a fumble in the fourth quarter for a touchdown. They got 2 defensive touchdowns to win this game 34-12. Pretty much knocking Cincinnati out of this playoff thing, man. Yeah, that was pretty much an elimination game. Browns are out, Bengals out. I mean, not technically, but essentially. San Francisco 49ers, Arizona Cardinals, big game here in the West. Niners trying to get back on track after all these injuries they've had to deal with. Brock Purdy returned for the 49ers, which is not always a good thing because Mac Jones has been pretty good for them. Brock Purdy went 19 for 26, 200 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Christian McCaffrey had 13 carries for 81 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a fumble. George Kittle had 6 catches, 67 yards, and 2 touchdowns, which is pretty good for a tight end, man. That's 10 yards, over 10 yards a catch. It's pretty good. Over 11 yards a catch. Dang, that's really good. Okay, Arizona Cardinals. Quarterback Jacoby Brissett. Once again, I was excited about him. He played for my fantasy team, and he blew it up, man. He blew it up. He went 47 for 57 for 452 passing yards. That's about the best I could hope for him. He had 2 touchdowns, but he also had 2 interceptions. Let's see. Zamoran Knight was their running back. They're down to people no one's ever heard of. 5 carries, 24 yards, 1 touchdown. He did score a touchdown. Michael Wilson had 15 catches for 185 yards, 0 touchdowns. These are people no one's heard of, man. But Jacoby Brissett came out and had a game. Although the 2 interceptions hurt and had a fumble. That ended a drive at the end. 49ers win in a dangerous game against the Arizona Cardinals, 41-22, which really locks them into the top half of the NFC West. Okay. All right. Now the big game in the NFC West. We had Seattle Seahawks at LA Rams fighting for first place in the NFC West right now. Sam Darnold has had a good season so far. I said that past tense. I gave that away. Sam Darnold, when it came out, went 29 for 44 for 279 passing yards, 0 touchdowns, 4 interceptions under maximum pressure. He could not handle the maximum pressure. Running back Kenneth Walker had 16 carries, 67 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 fumbles. Jackson Smith-Njigba, 9 catches, 105 yards, 0 touchdowns. Pretty solid day for everyone except for Sam Darnold, 4 interceptions. Ouch. LA Rams, Matt Stafford came out and went 15 for 28 for 130 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions for the 4th game in a row, no interceptions. Kyron Williams, he had 12 carries for 91 yards, 1 touchdown. Colby Parkinson had 2 catches for 19 yards and 1 touchdown. Who won this game? The Rams did, 21-19, because of all those dang interceptions from the Seahawks. Had Darnold throw 1 less interception, they would have won that game. But they lost 21-19. Now everyone's saying the Rams are the better team, but I don't buy it. I don't have the Rams at the top of the power rankings. Some people move them right up. I saw an NFL article. They moved them right to the top. I don't think so, guys. Kansas City Chiefs at Denver Broncos. Fight for the AFC West, maybe the future of the AFC West. Chiefs have owned this division for a long time. Patrick Mahomes came out and went 29 for 45, 276 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Kareem Hunt had 13 carries, 59 yards, no touchdowns, no interception, no fumbles. Travis Kelce had 9 catches for 91 yards, 1 touchdown. Pretty good day for Travis Kelce. Denver Broncos came out. Bo Nix went 24 for 37, 295 passing yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. R.J. Harvey had 11 carries for 30 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 fumbles. Troy Franklin had 4 catches for 84 yards, 0 touchdowns. What was this game all about? Field goal, field goal, field goal, field goal. It's a bunch of field goals, man. 1 touchdown from the Chiefs. Guess what happens in this game? Broncos win 22-19, and they take full control of the AFC West in the most boring way possible. Field goal, field goal, field goal, field goal, field goal. 5 out of 5 for Will Lutz. Okay, all right. Baltimore Ravens at Cleveland Browns, man. Another tough game here. Lamar Jackson, he showed up to the Ravens game here. He's ready to play. 14 passes completed on 25 attempts, 193 passing yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Ouch, that's a bad day for Lamar, and my fantasy team felt it, man. We lost this game. Derrick Henry, 18 carries, 103 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interception. That's a solid game for Derrick Henry. Mark Andrews, 3 catches, 32 yards, 0 touchdowns. That's a pretty good day for him. 10 yards a catch. Like so far, Lamar was the only chink in their armor, man, with 2 interceptions. Cleveland Browns, Dylan Gabriel, 7 catches, 10 yards, 68, 7 for 10, 7 completions on 10 attempts, 68 passing yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Not huge, man, but didn't blow the game. Quinshawn Judkins had 17 carries for 59 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 fumbles, didn't hit anyone, didn't punch anyone. Cedric Tillman had 3 catches, 52 yards, 0 touchdowns. Sound like a boring game. Yep. But the Ravens scored 21 points in the 4th quarter to win this game, 23-16. I thought the Browns might upset them, which was pretty crazy, man. Detroit Lions at Philadelphia Eagles. Supposed to be a matchup between the 2 best teams in NFC, honestly. Jared Goff came out and went 14 for 37 for 255 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He didn't implode, but 14 for 37 is not good, man. Jahmyr Gibbs had 12 runs for 39 yards, 0 touchdowns. Not a great game. Jamison Williams had 4 catches, 88 yards, 1 touchdown. Pretty solid game. Look, most of his yards for Jared Goff went through Jamison Williams, man. Philadelphia Eagles. Tough team, man. Jalen Hurts went 14 for 25 for 135 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Not a huge game, but an efficient game. Okay, Saquon Barkley, 26 carries, 83 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 fumbles. They has ground and pound this game out. A.J. Brown, 7 catches, 49 yards, 0 touchdowns. What happened in this game? Well, Eagles just out-gut the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions went for it on 4th down 5 times and missed all of them, leaving without points each of those times, and that's gonna mess you up, man. This is a low-scoring game. It ended up being 16-9 at Philadelphia. the Lions. Dan Campbell takes a lot of chances, but this time they couldn't cash in on them. You can take chances, just got to cash in on them, man. Okay, boom. Dallas Cowboys at Las Vegas Raiders last night Monday Night Football. We had Dak Prescott come out and go 25 for 33, 268 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, long reception. That's a great game by him. Although he's facing the Raiders defense, which is not that impressive. Javonte Williams had 22 carries, 93 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 0 fumbles. George Pickens, 9 catches, 144 yards, 1 touchdown. Sounds like the Dallas offense did what they do. They score points, man. They're fourth best points, highest point total in the NFL right now. Defensively, they did have 4 sacks, which did improve their defensive line over this trade deadline situation. Las Vegas Raiders came in. Geno Smith went 27 for 42 for 238 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Not horrible, but not as good as Dak Prescott. Ashton Jeanty, the rookie, laid a big egg, man. 6 carries for 7 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interception. That's horrible, man. Trey Tucker, 4 catches, 47 yards, and 1 touchdown. It's pretty solid by him. What happened in this game? Dallas dominated. They won 33-16. They dominated the game. 4 sacks. Shut down completely Ashton Jeanty, and they had the worst run defense in the league coming in that game. So maybe Buffalo needs to play the Raiders. That would help their run defense. Okay, some transactions, some injury reports along the way. Washington, it seemed important to me, I guess. There's a lot more than this. This doesn't seem important. Washington Commanders signed kicker Jake Moody from the Bears practice squad after they released kicker Matt Gay. Goodbye, Matt Gay. He missed a 56-yarder game winner and would have won the game against Miami. Nope. Overtime, they lost. Houston Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud looks like he might come back for Thursday night's game against the Indianapolis Colts. They need to win that game against the Colts, so they might bring back C.J. Stroud, but he may not clear the concussion protocol either, so it's going to be a close call. Detroit Lions activated linebacker Jalen Reeves from their Mayfield. Jalen Reeves Mayfield from their practice squad, so he's going to be like the linebacker. Pittsburgh Steelers Mike Tomlin says Aaron Rodgers does not need surgery on his wrist injury. But it doesn't mean he's going to play this week. If he doesn't play this week, they probably lose the game, man. But at least he might be out for multiple. He's not getting surgery done. Atlanta Falcons quarterback Michael Penix Jr. has mentioned he has a season-ending knee injury. He's done, man. Kirk Cousins gets to step back in the role there and see if he can run the show, man. All the complaining he's done. Can he run the show? We'll find out, won't we? Okay. Boom. That leads us to our AFC Week 11 AFC Power Rankings. I will do a full Power Rankings after Week 11. For the NFL on footballanalysis1.com. That article will come out probably tomorrow evening. Okay, so check that out. We have a lot of insight, man. But here in the AFC, here's what I got going on. Number 16, Tennessee Titans are 1-9. They're the worst team in the AFC, but they did almost beat Houston, so you never know. Number 15, Las Vegas Raiders. They're 2-8. They're number 15. Number 14, Cleveland Browns. They're 2-8. Okay, number 13, New York Jets are 2-8. These are all bad teams in the AFC right now. Number 12, Cincinnati Bengals are 3-7. Bad team. Number 11, Miami Dolphins are 4-7. They can crawl back into. They're really the last team that can crawl back into this playoff hunt, man. If they got a bunch of wins in a row here, they got to win four more games, man. You get the, 8-7. You got a chance, man. Number 10, Baltimore Ravens are 5-5. They got a chance. Number 9, Kansas City Chiefs are falling out of the favor, but they still got a chance for the playoffs. They can get hot, man. Number 8, Houston Texans are 5-5. LA Chargers are 7-4. They're number 7 in the AFC. Number 6, Jacksonville Jaguars are 6-4. But they destroyed the Chargers, so they should be above them. They're 6. The only reason the Chargers aren't lower is because the other teams aren't better, man. That's it. Otherwise, they probably would be out of this thing, but they're just not. They're not as bad as the other teams. Boom. Number 5, Pittsburgh Steelers are 6-4. It could be a different story with Aaron Rodgers out. Number 4, Buffalo Bills. That's a prime spot for Baltimore to take that division back real quick, man. Number 4, Buffalo Bills is hanging around 7-3. They're just hanging around. Get the playoffs, see if you make a run. That's what you got to do. Number 3, New England Patriots still running the AFC East for now. They're 9-2. Picked up a big win against the Jets. Number 2, Denver Broncos are 9-2, and it was a boring game against the Chiefs, but they've won 8 in a row, so that's pretty good, even if it's boring. Number 1, Indianapolis Colts 8-2. They had a bye week, and they had 7 turnovers the last 2 weeks, so we'll see if they can lose it here, man. They're trying to lose it. See if they can lose it, okay? All right, that's the AFC Power Rankings. I'll go through those in a short, too. Well, some of them will. I guess someone will. Week 11 NFC power rankings. We got number 16 NFC New Orleans Saints are 2-8. Number 15 New York Giants are 2-9. Number 14 Washington Commanders are 3-8. Ouch. Number 13 Atlanta Falcons are 3-7. Number 12 Arizona Cardinals are 3-7. And be honest, all those teams, I mean, other than the Giants and the Saints, have a chance to make the playoffs still. It's wide open in the NFC right now. They could all, because the NFC has a couple strong teams, but it's not. It dips quickly, just like in the AFC. Arizona Cardinals are 3-7. They're still contending. If they can get it together, they can make a run. Number 11 Minnesota Vikings are 4-6. Doubtful to make the playoffs because the rest of their division is really good, and they'd have to be a wild card team. It's gonna be hard to do that, really. Especially for Cardinals. I mean, those teams won't become playoff teams because they can't get a wild card spot. That's it. Unless some teams lose, man. Boom. Minnesota Vikings number 11 at 4-6. Number 10 Dallas Cowboys hanging around at 4-5-1. It is hanging around, man. Probably make the playoffs this year, honestly. They can get together a little bit. Number 9 Carolina Panthers 6-5. That's the first good team in the NFC, really, in my mind. The first good team's Carolina Panthers. The rest of these teams are trash, man. Number 8, Detroit Lions, up and down, 6-4. They're number 8. Number 7, San Francisco 49ers. They've had so many injuries, but they keep trying to win games. They keep finding a way. 7-4. They're number 7 in the NFC. Number 6, Green Bay Packers are 6-3-1. They just keep hanging around. They're good enough to hang around. Number 5, Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 6-4. Best team in the NFC South still, but Carolina's right behind them. Number 4, Chicago Bears, 7-3. Now the new kings of the NFC North. So they're ahead of everyone now. They got control of the NFC North by a half game over the Packers. Let's see what they can do with it now. Can they finish this thing or not? Okay, Seattle Seahawks got a ding in their armor when they got beat by the Rams, but they're still 7-3. They're still number 3 in the NFC. Number 2, LA Rams are 8-2. I can't put them at number 1. They got smacked by the Philadelphia Eagles last time. I played them. They're 8-2 as well. So I can't put them over the Eagles, man. Some people just immediately put them over the Eagles. I can't do that. That doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, now I'm saying power rankings make logical sense a lot of times, but putting the Rams over the Eagles at this point in the season doesn't make any sense to me in any way. I don't know how you could say that. In a non-NFL note, the IFL has announced their front office positions for the 2026 season. Commissioner Todd Tryon is still the commissioner. President of IFL Business Division is Jared Wildman. Chief Operating and Brand Officer Eric Van Beek. Director of Broadcasting Brent Stover. I hope some teams get this together and get a better streaming service going on with that. Vice President of Business Operations Allison Norgard. We got Director of Media Kaylee Shade and Director of Officiating Todd Evans. So pretty much, IFL is the strongest indoor football league, arena league in the country right now. They're just going to continue to have good leadership and stay strong, it seems like. So NAL's got a lot of work to do to knock them off. AF1, I'm surprised anytime they get a season completed, honestly. But that's a lot of indoor football talk. Remember, I write for footballanalysis1.com. I'm Aaron Sauter, professor of football. I broke down all the stats for the NFL this week and make my article the most critical stats for each NFL team. For week 11, check it out. I got some Canadian articles for the CFL and Canadian CFLnewshub.com. I covered them podcast. Got some UFLnewshub.com articles. I wrote one about the Orlando Storm. Can't wait for more details. So that is what's going on with that. Football Scientific, we break down football all the time here, all the time. And we're going to keep on doing that. So check out the video, subscribe, share the video, like it. I hope you liked it. We'll be having some shorts about these power rankings real quick. We'll see how that goes, okay? So I am Aaron Sauter, the football professor of Football Scientific, and I'm signing off. Bye, 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 bye.